Muchas gracias al programa de inversión responsable por esta invitación. Para el PRI, participar en este tipo de espacios es muy valioso y esperamos que ayude a seguir avanzando la agenda de inversión responsable en Perú. Just by way of introduction, my name is Shelagh Whitley, and I'm the Chief Sustainability Officer of the Principles for Responsible Investment. I'm responsible for overseeing our programs on key sustainability issues and on impact and the SDGs. For those not familiar with the Principles for Responsible Investment, the core of our mission is the belief that an economically efficient, sustainable global financial system is a necessity for long-term value creation. Such a system will reward long-term responsible investment and benefit environment and society as a whole. The PRI came into existence in 2005 at the invitation of then UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, and brought together an international group of institutional investors who created the Principles for Responsible Investment. We've grown tremendously since formation, and today we have more than 5,000 signatories globally, including asset owners, investment managers, and service providers. This group represents over half of the world's collective assets under management, or 121 trillion US dollars. As you can see on this chart, the consistent growth in signatories and in assets under management. This chart is up to date to the 31st of March this year, which is in line with our annual reporting cycle. But as I mentioned, the numbers are even higher now. PRI is unique in its scale, in that we have signatories investing across geographies and across asset classes, from equities to fixed income. Here in Peru, we have a small but growing number of signatories, with 9 currently signed up to the Principles, including 5 asset owners. We hope this trend continues here in Peru, and please reach out if you're interested in becoming a signatory. Now turning to the Principles themselves. The Principles assert the importance of ESG factors in investment and ownership decisions, and call on our signatories to actively promote acceptance and implementation of the Principles within the investment industry. I mentioned PRI's formation earlier, and the 20 asset owners, investment managers, UN representatives, foundations, and other institutions that drafted the original Principles in 2006 were definitely visionaries of their time. In short, the Principles were developed by investors for investors. PRI signatories commit to these principles, and in implementing them, contribute to developing a more sustainable financial system. Now, in 2017, PRI published its Blueprint for Responsible Investment to address systemic risks and sustainability challenges facing investors in today's markets. The Blueprint evolved from PRI's existing work, and one reason the Blueprint was developed was to help our signatories focus on priority areas for the next decade. The Blueprint covers a 10-year period, so all 9 priority areas highlighted here have evolved over time. We consulted extensively with our signatory and board to create an achievable but ambitious vision for how the PRI and the wider responsible investment community should progress over that decade to 2027. The Blueprint focuses over 3 overarching areas of impact: responsible investors, sustainable markets, and a more prosperous world for all. These 3 areas are inextricably linked. We need investors to look at ownership and investment decisions through an ESG lens. We need them to use their financial power and influence to help create sustainable markets. And this in turn will lead to a more prosperous world for all of us. Now, this is not just referring to monetary wealth. This means prosperous in a broader sense. A world where everyone has access to employment, an environmentally stable planet, and financial markets that benefit everyone, with pensions that allow people to retire with dignity. Now, in the context of this 10-year blueprint, we make 3-year strategic plans to guide the implementation of these priorities, and we consult on these with our signatories. And we're in the middle of our current strategic plan from 2021 to 2024. Now, continuing on this theme of strategic direction, the PRI's board has determined that this is the right moment to engage our signatories in a formal consultation that we're calling PRI in a changing world. As a signatory-led organization, we encourage all our signatories to participate actively in our governance and strategic direction, and to provide feedback on these strategically important matters. You'll see on this slide 6 key themes that we're exploring with our signatories during the consultation. Looking through these themes, you can get a sense of the importance of this conversation during this very formative time for responsible investment. Geopolitical events, evolving markets, different voices on ESG, and stakeholder pressure are influencing the ecosystem. Against this backdrop, the consultation provides a feedback loop on what we're hearing from investors around the world right now. The outcomes of this consultation will help inform PRI's direction. How best can we support the diversity of the signatory base going forward? Now, I won't go through all these 6 themes, but I'll pick an example to give you a sense of what lies ahead. The second theme is expectations on PRI to ensure accountabilities of all signatories. All PRI signatories are currently expected to improve their responsible investment performance. But PRI so far has really focused only on introducing minimum performance expectations and supporting the activities of the most advanced practitioners. The guidance and learning opportunities are available to all, but there are no expectations of the majority of PRI signatories. Under this theme, we really hope to hear from our signatories on what they think we should expect from them in terms of progression over time. The consultation is going to be made of 2 parts. Part 1 is currently underway and includes a series of conversations with PRI signatories via several different means. One such engagement is our signatory general meeting, and we're also hosting a series of workshops in key global markets, including several meetings that I'll be attending in Latin America in November. This will then build towards part 2, an online formal consultation survey, launching next month to all our signatories. This is where we'll seek to capture their formal feedback on key questions and proposals. So you may ask, why is this relevant to the non-signatories who are here today? As I said, this is a formative time for responsible investment and for the PRI. And so the consultation outcomes will provide a very important perspective from and for investors and the wider responsible investment ecosystem. So we suggest you take a look on the PRI website where you can find more information, whether you are a PRI signatory or not. To close with, I thought it was appropriate to highlight another important forum, PRI in person and online. This will be an important moment to reconvene our global community in person in Barcelona, after 2 years of pandemic restrictions. Whether you're joining in person or remotely, we hope you will be there. Please search for PRI in person to register on our website. As you can see on this slide, we have a wonderful lineup of leading experts joining us as speakers. I look forward to hearing from all of them over the course of the conference, and I hope to see you in Barcelona. Thank you once again for all of your time today, and I wish you the best of luck with the rest of the event.